Oh my god, I just cracked that thing open so hard I fucked up my nail. No. Dude, my nails are like so much stronger lately because I've been taking biotin and collagen, like supplements. And they're both, like, I don't know, I guess they're both open. But like, all my fingernails are strong as fuck. It's kind of crazy. It's like kind of absurdly crazy, honestly. What's up, guys? What's up, transgenders? Oh, you're transgender? Let me check if you're subscribed to Bella VRC on YouTube, and then we'll rendezvous. We'll reassess. Oh my god, dude, I can't speak. We'll meet back around on the other side of things and see how transgender you really are. Because if you're not subscribed to Bella VRC, I don't know, babe. I don't know. r/asktransgender. I found out the person I've been seeing was trans without them telling me, and I'm really conflicted and confused. TLDR, things got physical before we were both ready to, and I found out afterwards she was trans, but she never told me. So I'm just asking how I can navigate this as respectfully, mindfully, and as best I can. It seems like a good start so far, or at least I mean, not about the, you know, like things getting like going places that they weren't ready for, but just with like how respectful it seems like this person is trying to be. I just want to preface this by saying I support everyone in the LGBTQ plus community. Unfortunately, however, I am ignorant to a lot of the social, mental, societal, etc. issues, info, experiences that members of the community have. I think the pure hatred and animosity that people within the community experience from those that are heterosexual, cisgender, and straight is disgusting. As a person of color who has faced my own struggles of discrimination, I know it's not the same, but feel like I kind of get it. I know that sounds like my friend is black, so I'm not racist, or my friend is gay, so I'm not homophobic, but I really don't know how else to explain it. Honestly, I'm so ignorant that I don't even know all the terms. I'm sorry, I just don't personally have any people in the LGBTQ plus community close enough to me that I feel comfortable asking this stuff, asking this stuff to, oh shoot, sorry, I didn't have it on screen, I'm sorry about that. I don't personally have any people in the LGBTQ plus close enough to me that I feel comfortable asking this stuff to and making a Reddit post. Like, how do I find more LGBTQ friends almost seems just as bad. I don't think that's bad at all. And I don't speak for all trans people or all queer people, but I don't think that, I mean, I'm literally, like, thinking about, like, making a post like that. I mean, not necessarily in the near future, but it's been, like, something similar to that. Like, the idea of doing something within that realm of reaching out is, you know, crossed my mind before. So I don't think that's necessarily bad at all. I think that's fine. You know what I mean? And you're trying to get exposed to the culture. You know, if there's any cis people watching, I think the biggest thing to remember is that queer people are people, and my saying that is me saying there's a lot of variation, and I think it's important to remember that it's not, you know, a little, like, a handful of people or an ideology. It is an entire demographic with tens of millions of people in this country alone. Tens of millions. Can you imagine the room you're sitting in right now watching this video? Can you imagine if in this room, you know, shoulder to shoulder, depending on how big of a room you're in, maybe they're really crammed in there. Imagine 50 people in that room. That's a shit ton of people. Think of tens of millions. That's a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of variation, and I think it's important to keep that in mind, that it is an entire demographic, so that, like, you know, I mean, first impressions from a group that you're not a part of, I think, for certain people, you know, may reinforce, like, something beneath the surface, maybe a predisposition that they were holding, but they, like, were kind of trying to challenge, or it wasn't really rooted. You know, let's say, like, someone's, like, never really been around queer people, and he's like, well, I mean, I got this gay coworker, I'll say something to him, and the guy's a dick to him. That might reinforce something, like, more than it would if he's just talking to some other random straight guy that he's never spoken to. He's not going to start thinking that, you know, the next person, or the next straight person, or the next straight person that he talks to is going to be a dick. I think that's the most important way to go about it, is just like do reach out, and you know, but dip your toes in the water, in the queer pool, I guess. We're cool over here in the queer pool. We don't fucking pee in this one like all you straights do. That's a joke. But I think it's good to reach out, but it's also important to just remember that it's an entire demographic of people, and to not let anything give you any kind of first impression, because everyone's different. It's again a demographic of people just living their lives as individuals, and there's a shit ton of them that are really cool, that are really cool people. So, sorry, I know that was a little tangent, but I want to encourage people to reach out to, get to know queer people. We're cool, I try to be cool. I try to be chill. But again, he was saying he doesn't have any LGBTQ plus people close enough to ask, and making a post saying, how do I find more queer friends almost seems just as bad. I know I have my own responsibility to do research and be informed, but I've been lazy about that and genuinely thought I would be brought into the know by someone I met platonically. So I, straight cis male, met a woman on the dating app and have been talking to her for a few weeks. Conversations have been fun and we've been on 2 dates. That's cute. I'm glad it's going well for OP. She is very pretty and kind. We get along great. She has some features that I keyed in on that initially made me curious, but I didn't really feel like they were anything super out of the ordinary, considering I know women who I've known since childhood that have some of the same features. And also on the other side of the coin, I would say that I have some more feminine features about myself that one could be curious about. Fast forward some, and we start having spicy conversations. No big deal. I expressed that I would like to wait before doing any of the things we talk about, but talking about it is harmless. At this point, I still have no real indication she is trans, and the only reason I want to wait is because I want to get to know her better, and I don't like sleeping around. She says she feels the same way, so the talks continue for a few days. In between the spicy talks is just business as usual and tame conversation. Fast forward some more, we decide to get physical. We have a makeout session and she starts to feel into my pants and I feel on her chest. This is more, I don't know, I didn't expect all these details. Get out of here if you're a dang minor. Go somewhere, please. Don't watch this video anymore. Get out of here. I don't know how explicit, he's talking about pants and chests. I don't know. Just get out of here. Feel into my pants. Jesus, okay, feel into my pants and I feel on her chest. She puts my hand under her bra, so I'm thinking maybe we're about to have lesbian legs. Or I guess straight. You get what I'm saying. I'm still kind of reserved because I want to get to know her better before having stuff. But one thing leads to another, and she's performing stuff on me, and I... Dude, I'm trying to think of good words to her. Dude, I don't know. No, the way he words this is kind of funny. She's performing stuff on me, and I finish. Very cool. This guy's autistic, and we love him, okay? We love him. We're autistic too, babe. Don't worry. This community's full of them. However, I feel kind of slimy because she did that for me, and I didn't do anything for her. So I wanted to return the favor. I tried to put my hand down her pants, and she very quickly pulled me away. She was very reluctant to let me touch her anywhere below the belt. Fine. I get not wanting to do that. That's what we talked about. But then as the night goes on, she starts asking me if it was okay that she didn't let me do those things. I say, of course, because duh, it's her body and she should be able to do whatever she wants with it, and I have no right to do anything that she doesn't want me to. I reassure her that the things we did, I consented to, and I hoped that she didn't feel any resentment towards me. This guy he seems cool. He seems cool so far. Based, leftist, respectful. Eventually, we squashed that and just watched some TV, but she kept bringing it up periodically. What was she saying? Was she just like, hey, you tried to touch my dick a little while ago. Don't do it again, mister. Please. Hey, about me slapping your hand away. I don't, hold on, let's keep reading. Let me shut up. So I got suspicious. Why does she keep bringing that up? After she leaves and gets home, she brings it up again, but she doesn't want to expand on it, and I try to reassure her that it's okay and she can tell me whatever she needs to, whenever she's ready to. We can do more physical stuff whenever she's ready for it, because that was the original intention for us both. Then she says she wants to really slow down on the physical stuff, like making out and all that. Okay, that's fine with me. I get it. But now I'm on full alert. Oh my god, he suspected the cock. His radar, I didn't know they had those I thought only we had those installed. The cock detector? I didn't know they started installing those in straight people. That's crazy. But now I'm on full alert. Something has to be up that she's not telling me. Do some social media research. Oh, no, sorry, he's saying he did. Something's gotta be up that she's not telling me. Do some social media research, and I find pictures of her from when she was met. God damn, how did he find that? I'm assuming she wasn't going by her dead name. I'm really conflicted about it now because obviously I'm attracted to her as a woman, so it shouldn't matter. I think she's hot. I think she's funny. So what's my issue? It's because you're transphobic. I think there's definitely an interesting conversation to be had around this whole topic about is not wanting to be with someone because they're transphobic. I do have thoughts on this issue, and I think they're reasonable if you understand what I'm actually getting at and what I'm saying. They might kind of scare a right-leaning person at first, but the explanation I think makes more sense. But here, we'll get back to that in a second if it comes up again, or if I feel like I can kind of articulate it. Well, right now, so what's my issue? Well, right now I'm still on the fence about biological kids. I'm very open to adopting as well, so it's not something that's a complete deal breaker. But also, if she's pre-op, that would be a deal breaker for me. I'm just not into penises. I don't really know any other way to say it. You and me both, buddy. I don't, no, hold on. I don't really know any other way to say it, and I've looked at a lot of posts from MTF users that pretty much echo pre-op, I disclose it before things get sexual, and post-op, I don't say anything. I don't feel lied to. I don't feel angry or anything like that. I have no negative emotions towards her at all, but I just don't think I have the emotional intelligence to continue things, especially if she is pre-op and in the process of going post-op. Just the mental gymnastics of it all is fucking me up. I feel like a complete asshole because I went behind her back and found out before she could tell me. Coming to you all to help me navigate this the most respectful and mindful way. So, I'm conflicted as well. Me and him are in the same boat. So I think technically it is, not technically, it is disrespectful of him to search and try to find out. But with him, I think we should give him some grace because he does seem like he has good intentions and he wants to be. I mean, look, at the end, he says, I'm coming to you all to help me navigate this in the most respectful and mindful way. Thanks all. This guy seems like a gem. He seems like a sweet, well-intentioned, good-hearted person. So I can't really fault him for, people snoop, people, and I think if he had known, I think the curiosity got the best of him. If he was pretty sure and just hadn't really talked about it with her, I think maybe that would have kept him from going and finding old pictures of her before transition. I think it was strictly just that feeling in the dark, which I can relate to as a anxious person. I don't know. I mean, he seems pretty respectful, and he said he's attracted to her and everything. It's just the stuff that he's not rocking with, the hardware that she's got equipped. Truthfully, I don't know of the best way to go about. I mean, other than just talking to her. Or maybe if you really want to go the most smooth route, maybe just, talk a little bit longer and, hopefully, if she's already willing to do all that with you, then hopefully, it wouldn't be too long before, you talk more about sexual topics, and probably not far from that, hopefully it would come up in conversation naturally to where, she brings it up and she feels safe with you. I would just be really respectful and, make her feel safe. Because I think that's the main thing, or not I think, I know it is. It's the feeling safe, because this world is terrifying, especially nowadays. So it's her feeling secure and knowing that she's not gonna get the absolute shit beat out of her for telling you. I know it's a blunt way to put it, but I wanted it to hit because it's a fear that does hit. It's a fear that is heavy like that trans people carry with them. I'm glad he's so respectful. I think the technically most ethical thing he could do would be to, rip the band-aid off and tell her that, he has some curiosities and he found pictures of her, from years before. And despite all that, he's perfectly comfortable with her. It's strictly, he has a genital preference. I think, technically that'd be the most ethical, but it would probably be more uncomfortable for both of you. I guess you could also go about it by just letting it kind of come up in conversation. You could keep it to yourself to not tell her that you saw the pictures, but once it naturally comes up again between the two of you, that would be the smoother way to go about it, because then you can tell her to her face or tell her directly once you find out, or once you quote unquote find out, because you already knew about what she's got and what you're that thing that she's got is something you're not into. You can tell her and be respectful that way too. But I don't know, you would probably carry that guilt with you. And hopefully, I would, if I was in his shoes and I did that, I would carry that guilt that I went about it in the least, rocking the boat kind of way. And now she still doesn't know that pictures of her pre-transition are still pretty easy to find, apparently. Maybe she's not comfortable with that and doesn't realize how easily they're findable. I don't know. I think the most respectful way would be to, I guess you could give it a little bit longer just to make sure that just help her feel comfortable and safe with you, so that, bringing up this topic of the fact that you did do some snooping doesn't set off alarms in her head that she's she's about to get hate crimed or something. If someone's hey, I know you're trans, and she doesn't know for sure that she's even safe to have told you that she was trans, that's why she hadn't told you, that could be terrifying. So maybe, I don't know, if I was in his shoes, I would probably, take another, night or a couple nights to think it over, maybe spend some more time with her, if that made sense. I guess if he's not really interested, then maybe not. But I guess he could meet with her in person and tell her. I don't know. I think the most ethical way would just be to be fully transparent, but also extremely respectful. That's how I would go about it. So, update. I found out the person I've been seeing was trans without them telling me, and now I'm really conflicted and confused. So I want to thank everyone for their comments and helping me navigate this situation. During the hours after I had made the post, we were texting and eventually got onto some deeper topics where I was thinking she would disclose it. See, that's good. That's what I was, that's the other option I was talking about. So I guess maybe he took the route of not telling her that he did snooping. I don't think you're like a terrible person for not, telling her. I mean, I think it's human nature. I mean, especially for some people to kind of go about things trying to rock the boat as little as possible. So I can kind of understand, and especially with him trying to be so respectful. And he could also maybe just not want to embarrass her or make her feel terrible about that. Maybe it was clear to him that she, didn't care that these pictures were up. Maybe she wasn't really like going or like steering clear from any association with their dead name, etc. I don't know these two people, but he seems like he's well intentioned. So I would hope that he's choosing the best. I think he's being a cool guy. He seems like he's being a cool guy. So let's keep reading. During the hours after I made the post, got into deeper topics where I was thinking she would disclose it. Talked about future intimacy. We talked about children. Talked about things in my past that I had omitted because of the way people received me. In parentheses, I used to be military and I have an ex-girlfriend who passed away from cancer, and in the past it had caused issues with some people, so I wouldn't tell them until later on. Okay, I get what he's saying. So those are kind of deeper topics that are big in his life, like big life events that he waits until he's closer with people, because you don't need to drop huge life events on people who you don't really know, especially if you don't know them well enough to know that they'll receive it well. So I fully get that. So I wouldn't tell them until later on. I told her these things early on before I found out she was trans. That's sweet. That's sweet that she, I mean, hopefully that means that she made him feel safe, to be vulnerable like that. Anyway, throughout all of those conversations, she was obviously trying to see how I felt about certain things, asking me how I felt about adoption or surrogacy. I told her I was open to those things, but a lot of the time, people don't know if they're unable to have children until they start trying. Real. That's real. I was trying not to. I've been very careful not. I don't want to have children. I don't know, being trans, it feels like your life is barely just started. You know what I mean? Like when you realize, especially kind of late, even early 20s or then, even later than that, it's just, sorry, I'm putting my hair up. It's just, I can understand what dude's saying, what he's talking about and stuff. Ultimately, she never told me, so I told her I knew. Okay, so he did tell her that he knows that she's trans. That's cool. So he did what I said was the best thing to do. I told her I wasn't angry or anything, and if she wanted to talk about it, we could. So we had a short conversation, and I'm not sure if I was offensive or anything. She sent me a few more messages, told me it was great to meet me, thanked me for being so kind, and wished me the best of luck. I don't know if I handled it the perfect way, but I did my best to be respectful, so I appreciate all of you for some eye-opening feedback. Well, that's sweet. That's cute and wholesome. I'm glad it went well for him, at least. I guess, I don't know, I was expecting a bigger thing at the end. I was expecting some juicy details in the update, but I don't know. Real life doesn't have to be some crazy story with some big finishing thing, some big crescendo that it comes up to. Maybe it's just, I guess that's the beauty in it, it's just human. And it was respectful, and everyone walked away happy and feeling maybe on a better foot than they went into it with, having less anxiety, being outside of their comfort zone and having things go perfectly fine for both. I don't know, I see that as a really nice thing. Someone said, from the good luck comment, it sounds like that's where things are gonna leave off. Hopefully you both learned a lot about navigating situations like these. It was a clumsy situation all around, but nobody seems to come out of it really hurt. I'm really curious to know what your ages are. I think that impact how I view this whole thing quite a bit, honestly. Someone else said, thanks for the update. I can't really understand what's going through her mind, especially since you could find out she is trans online. She does not seem so super stealth. I had everything about old me deleted. Still, maybe she needs way more time before she discloses, as she does not want many people to know and wants to first be sure it's going to be a long-term relationship, or she wants to be seen as a cis woman for a long while. All I can say is I got bottom surgery and I still disclose before stuff for my safety. Based and epic. Sorry, I don't know. I think that's about it. That's all we can kind of take from that story. But that was really wholesome. That was really sweet. I liked it. I'm glad things ended well for him. But I think that'll be it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I really appreciate it if you could consider liking and subscribing with notifications. But don't feel obligated to. It's just an extra little way to support me. And if you want to support me more directly, then becoming a member for $3, $5, or $8 US is the best way to do that. Also, if you want to connect with me on other social media, I have a Bluesky and a Twitter in the description below, as well as a Twitch channel and a second YouTube channel. Or I haven't really decided if I'm going to put this on my second YouTube channel. If it's on one with less than 9,000 subscribers, you're watching this on my second YouTube channel. So I don't know which one this is on. If I put it on my main channel, which is @BellaVRC, if it's on that one, then my second channel's in the description. If it's on one that's not that and it has a few hundred subscribers, or less than 9,000, then you're watching my second channel right now, and my main will be linked in the description. But thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you guys again sometime very soon. I appreciate you. I love you, and I want to say thank you to all my lovely, beautiful members that are making this dream a reality of doing this full-time someday. We're getting there someday. I'm really excited, and I'm really grateful for you guys. And I just want to say thank you. Also, I forgot to say, please tell me if you want more videos like this, by the way. My members are O-Slime, Mr. Onyx, Pirate, Griffin, Oaken, Hazel, Iron Demon, Radiant Foxy, Coco, Euclid, Ardea, Raya, Tearful Link, Lunamuna, Katie, Swift Sam, Lujan, Ace Trainer Ellie, Instant Regret, Raindrop, Ellie, Ari, Emily, Marlo, Harmony, Livy, Game 5, Queen Moon, Maya Bunny, Maya Kitty, Leon, Liana, Octo Squid, Bacon Bit, Goomdrop, B Myers, Svetlana, Slime Lime, Lastly, Noah, Nilson, Claire, Skylar, Sai, Locian, Ashley, Neo, Bubsy, Kira, Cameron, Riley, Mika, Bree, Ashley, Kitten, Joan, Shrimp, Chicken, Zelu? It's Xelou. Please tell me if I didn't pronounce that correctly, or try to, if you can type out how to say it. And then also Spook Slap, and Nobu. Thank you guys so much for being members on my channel, and I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Please give me any feedback in the comments, by the way, for any thoughts, any thoughts that you have on the video. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. I love you. 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 Bye, guys.